All right, today we are doing the area of triangles on a coordinate grid. So the formulas you need to know are the area of a rectangle and the area of a triangle. So for the area of a rectangle, you just multiply the length times the width. For the area of a triangle, it's going to be 1/2 the length times the width. Sorry, not the length times the width. We're not using that. We're using base times height. So over here for the area of a rectangle, it really doesn't matter which one you use for the length or the width, as long as you have one of each, the shorter length and the longer length. For the area of a triangle, H must be perpendicular. That's not right. To the base. So that means it has to form a 90-degree angle. So in the first triangle, we have base across the bottom, and the height is over here on the side. That forms a 90 degrees, so that works. In the second triangle, you have the height in the middle of the base, but it is also perpendicular, so that works. So let's go through these 3 examples to find the area without it being on a grid. So for example A, we have 6.8 for the base and 11.5 for the height. So put that in your calculator, and you end up with 36.1 units squared. So remember, when you're giving me the area, it has to be inches squared, feet squared. If you don't know what it is, you just put units squared. But if you don't put that, then it makes it seem like it's 36 inches long, which is not it. We need square units. Okay. B. In B, you could use either one for B or H. It doesn't matter. So I'll use 8 as the base and 11 as the height. Oops, I forgot the 1/2. So this is going to be 44 units squared. All right, the next one is a rectangle. So for W, I'll use 12. And for the length, I'll use 15.2. Again, you can switch those and make the length 12 and the width 15.2. You'll get the same answer. So the area of this rectangle is 182.4 units squared. Yes?
Shouldn't it be 39.1?
Probably. I'm just copying my key. 1/2 times 6.8. Not that I'm questioning you, I'm sure you're right. It is 39. Thank you, 39.1. Now let's do it on a coordinate grid. So for the area for this rectangle, we need to find the length times the width. All sides are diagonal lines, so we can't just count boxes. We're going to have to calculate it using the distance formula. So first I'm going to calculate this side, n to m. So let's plug it into the distance formula. So that's going to be the square root of 32. Don't round it yet. Don't convert it to a decimal until the very end. So we're going to leave it as the square root of 32. Now let's calculate the shorter side. And my other point here is 3, 1. All right, so that one's the square root of 8. Again, I'm not going to convert it. Now I need to calculate the area. So the area of this rectangle is going to be the square root of 32 times the square root of 8. Then I can round it. I'm going to round to the nearest tenth if I don't get a number here. What's the answer? So I don't need these squiggly lines. It's a whole number, 16. Now, if I had converted those to decimals, I would have ended up with a decimal answer. So that's why I have you wait till the end, because sometimes it ends up being a whole number. All right, let's find the area of this triangle. I don't know why it has the grid on mine, but it didn't come out in the printer. Now, I cannot just use the base times the height, 1/2 of the base times the height. Why? It's not a 90-degree angle. Or it could be, but we don't know because it doesn't have the little square there. So we have to circumscribe a rectangle around it. So let me put some little notes here. So when I draw this rectangle around my triangle, I'm creating 90-degree angles. So now we have 3 outer triangles with 90-degree angles. So what's the area of the rectangle? Well, this one is 3. And this is 5. So the area of the rectangle is 15 units squared. So we're going to calculate the area of each outer right triangle and then subtract it from the area of the rectangle to get the area of the inner triangle. So I'm going to label my little outer triangles. Triangle 1, triangle 2, and triangle 3. So let's calculate first triangle 1. Triangle 1 has sides of 4 and 3. So this one is 6 units squared. What's wrong? What are the base and the height of triangle 2? 5 and 1. Okay, what about the area of triangle 3? One and 2, yeah. So what is the area? 1. So the area of the rectangle was 15. The area of triangle 1 was 6. Triangle 2 was 2.5. And triangle 3 was 1. So what is the total area of triangle KLM? 5.5 units squared.